So 94% of viewers on this channel are guys. So there's a good chance if you're watching us right now, you've never heard of Olaplex. They're a beauty company known for basically creating the bond building category in hair care, and they are extremely popular. Some quick stats from their IPO filing. They're the #1 bond building brand in professional hair care, the #1 hair care brand at Sephora, the #2 brand on Amazon in their categories. The financials, all impressive: 82% adjusted gross margins, 71% adjusted EBITDA margins, and 90% revenue growth. But that's not the whole story. Today on Dumb Money, here is the reason that we are buying into the Olaplex IPO.
We are Dumb Money.
Three friends who turned $30,000 into $30 million using nothing more than Twitter and a zero commission trading account.
The suits that work on Wall Street, they call those people the smart money. That's not us.
Our goal is to help level the playing field for everyday investors.
We are Dumb Money.
Hey there, Dave here along with Chris and Jordan. We are Dumb Money. Welcome to Dumb Money Live. Get in on the initial offering of the like button this morning. Smash the thumbs up button. Chris, Jordan, it is a busy week for IPOs. There are, I think, 7 companies going public this week, but there's one that we are focused on, and that is Olaplex. What makes this one special?
Dave, first of all, I'm so proud of Austin Hankowitz. He's our TikToker friend, one of the OGs of finance TikTok, who has completely embraced social arb investing and is a big friend of the channel. He contacted me last week about this, and he said he was working on it, and he's just put out an amazing TikTok. If you haven't seen it, guys, go on TikTok, look at Austin Hankowitz. Just an
He got
awesome
like a
TikTok
million
on this
views
trade.
on that TikTok within hours of publishing it, right?
Within like an hour of publishing it. And he thinks that this will be the first investment for so many females, like millennial and Gen Z females, because nobody understands this brand like them. I have to say, this just might be the hottest trending female product I have seen in over a decade, okay? I have never seen a brand that is embraced and that consumers are so excited about. And if you just don't get it, I suggest that you go on TikTok right now, look for the hashtag Olaplex, and just watch about 30 or 40 TikToks. These are like life-changing TikToks. Women are
People are
all in on
huge
this brand.
fans of this. They're all over this. And I mean, I have not seen any other beauty product since maybe Elf Cosmetics, back when that poreless putty primer was the thing. I've not seen this
Bigger.
kind of talk on any
This is way
social
bigger.
media about anything.
This is way bigger.
And this IPO for me is a pure play into a huge trend where, you know, even if one of the other beauty products went viral right now, like 7 companies own every beauty brand in the world, right? So you can't really get a pure play on a L'Oreal because they're owned partly by Nestle, and they have 100 products in their family of products. So you just can't play that as an investment. But this, as a pure play IPO in something that could not be hotter, I don't know. But they're looking to raise what, 12 billion?
No, they're
$12
raising $1 billion.
$1 billion, but valuing the company at $13 billion if they're at the high end of the range.
Let's explain what they do and why this brand is just on fire. They basically have some type of chemical bonding treatment that repairs hair that has either been damaged or has just had issues due to over shampooing or over treating, which is essentially every woman in the world, right? For us guys, we don't really understand this, but almost every woman in the world has some issue with their hair. And this product is literally like the miracle product, and people use it and they just cannot stop talking about how amazing it works. So this brand has developed a loyalty, a level of trust that is so difficult, not just with women across the board, but with Gen Zers, okay? With young women that are going online, going on TikTok, and they cannot stop talking about it, okay? And here's why that's important. This company was valued at only roughly $1 billion in 2019. Now they're trying to IPO at $10 billion. Wait for it, 12 billion as of this morning. They're raising the IPO price, okay, to 12 billion. That's a 12xer over 2 years, which just kind of like stuns me. So how do you invest in a company that's already 12x in 2 years? This is why, if you do invest in this company on IPO day tomorrow, and by the way, we're not financial advisors, so this is the drill that we're going through to make the decision for ourselves. You do your own homework and make your own decisions. Talk to a financial advisor if you need to. Do not mirror what we're doing, okay, guys? So listen, here's the future of this company. They're getting into skincare. Okay, skincare is the horizon for Olaplex. And because Olaplex has so much trust with women, I think that they are likely to initially succeed in skincare. And if they do, that is opening up a monstrously huge sector for this brand going forward. And if you do invest tomorrow, you're investing because you believe that they will not only continue to accelerate with hair care, but they're going to kill it in skincare. And I think I'm going to put some money in the IPO market because of one thing, because of the brand affinity, because of the loyalty that they have generated among females, and that tells me that they're going to have a really good chance of really killing it with skincare. But with hair care, they have competition, guys. K18 is a company. I have a hairdresser in LA through a very good friend of mine. She's one of the biggest in LA, and I said, tell me who the competition is. Who do I need to be worried about if I make this investment? And she told us K18. And if you look at a G-Trends chart for K18, they are kind of killing it this last year as well. I don't think it's something to prevent me from investing in Olaplex, as Olaplex has much more traction. But K18 is a competitor in hair care. I do think Olaplex will kill it in skincare. But a 12xer in 2 years, it kind of feels like we're getting the raw end of the stick here, right? I would have loved to invest it 2 years ago. But if you look at the G-Trends chart, if you look at the search chart, this brand is accelerating into the IPO. The last 8 to 9 months, if you do just a G-Trends chart on Olaplex, wow, what a summer. And if you think the recovery is going to happen next year, then you know that hair is going to be more important than ever as women start to go to more formal events, as they start to travel more. The demand, I think, for products like Olaplex to get their hair right is only going to go up. And what I love also, I'm sorry, I will stop talking in 2 seconds, guys, is that this brand, this product works for all demographics. It works for straight hair. It works for curly hair, meaning it's hitting on every single demographic of women. So it's not just for a certain hair type. And if you watch the TikToks, you will understand the brand affinity they have with every single race, color, and type of hair that every woman has. In fact, men are starting to use this product so much that there's a little viral TikTok where women, I forget the name of the song, are basically saying, hey, what's your gender? You're a man? Stop using my Olaplex. This is for us. This is not for you. So that's another new line of business.
I want to try Olaplex. If it makes your hair stronger, I could use that. Look how vibrant that product makes her hair. Look at that. I'm on Olaplex TikTok now.
You know I love a TikTok trend. When I can invest in a TikTok trend, it's hard for me to say no. I will say this, I'm a little skeptical of the saturation of information, meaning I would normally think that Wall Street would not see what I'm seeing in terms of brand traction, but the fact that their IPO is so pumped that they're selling for 12x what the valuation was 2 years ago makes me think that maybe institutions are actually seeing the story here, which actually makes me less excited as an investor. So I'm kind of going in this not high conviction, guys. I'm going into this one low to medium conviction because it seems like the story is getting out there, and that kind of worries me for the future of social arb investing because Wall Street should not appreciate this product. They should not appreciate this.
Wall Street is starting to social arb a little more than, well, definitely more than they ever did in the past, I think.
Well, here's my problem. Wall Street's about to pay 20 times sales for this company, and that just seems a little high to me. I don't know if I'm in for this.
Is
And
it
I think
for a
that's why
company
Wall
that's grown
Street,
100% though year over year, Jordan? Literally 100% in a market
Well,
this
again,
big.
it's it's not tech, man. It's hair care. I get it. No, I get the growth. I mean, the growth is insane.
Did you see the margins? The margins might be
Yeah, the
better
margins are
than
great. The growth is great, but 20 times sales. I mean, you're talking. I mean, that's what.
So Jordan, I agree with you, but that's what tells me that Wall Street sees what we're seeing,
Yeah.
which makes me less excited about it. At the same time,
Because we're talking
if it-
270 million, so just maybe even more than 20 times sales. We're talking $270 million for their trailing 6-month revenue is what they're clocking in. And so that, I mean, it's a pretty
yes, but
big
Jordan,
premium.
if it's the Lululemon of hair, if it's the Lululemon of hair,
Yeah.
if it's the Apple of hair, okay, which you can make a case that it might just be, then it could theoretically demand that type of multiple, but it does make me less excited. I only care about the multiple because it tells me that Wall Street already appreciates the story. And that's what I hate about this investment. But it's hard. It's very hard for me not to invest in what could be the Lululemon of beauty, okay, for the next 5 years, 5 to 8 years, if they can pull that off. It just makes it less of a high conviction trade, right? It makes it a low conviction trade versus a medium to high conviction trade. I will be putting some money in tomorrow, not a lot. If I see a major correction, meaning that Wall Street doesn't really understand the story and I continue to see brand traction continue to accelerate, I'm going to keep a very close eye on the TikToks for this brand. I'm going to keep a very close eye on G trends, a very close eye on web traffic. I will report that in the Discord community, especially the web traffic that I only have access to because I pay for that subscription. I will keep you guys in tune over the next 6 to 12 months. And if this brand story continues to gain traction, and for some odd reason Wall Street doesn't continue to pay attention to it as much as they are today, like if we get a pullback, I will get into it deeper. Tomorrow I'm getting in light, but I will be in.
yeah. I'm going to get in light as well, and just wait and see what happens. I don't know when the insiders are allowed to sell their shares. I know that the private equity company that owns the company now is going to retain like something like 75 or more, 75% of this company. So, I mean, that's the company I would like to be a part of, but unfortunately, that's not us.
No, it's not. And it's honestly, I would have loved to have gotten into this thing a year ago. But that said, guys, listen, they do seem to be having the best year in their company's history, because although the product has been amazing for years, the social traction of how good the product is performing is starting to catch fire. And so what's happening is that will increase the customer base exponentially. You can have a great product, but if you don't cast a big shadow on how great you are, it doesn't really matter. And what I
thought it was interesting in Austin's TikTok, he went to their Instagram page, or basically went and looked for people who are tagging them in their posts, and just scrolled and scrolled and scrolled and scrolled to see how many tags were coming in. And he picked one at random, and it was just posted within hours. Hundreds of posts per hour of people tagging their hair, tagging this product.
Yeah, if you follow only 5 finance accounts on TikTok, Austin Hankwich should absolutely be one of them, because he puts in the work. And hey, listen, I love that he's doing social arb trades. That's what makes me happy. Why we are here.
We'll put a link down to his. I see people asking for his username. We'll put a link down in the description for the replay.
Yeah, and tell him you found him from Dumb Money. We are here to basically inspire kids like Austin to embrace social arb, right? And I love it when they actually do start to embrace social arb, because he's a great mind, he has a great following, and I think because of his TikTok, whether or not people do well with Olaplex, I think a lot of females are going to potentially open up brokerage accounts because of this company, because they understand it. And
if you look in his comments, it seems like this is hot in the women demographic, and I mean, I want to try this product now.
Are the people that are using the
my
product,
hair could be luxurious?
Did he say? I don't remember. Did he say if the people that are using the product are wanting to buy the stock? Is that a
lot of them are, and some of them are talking about, like, can they pay for their product using the money they make from the stock?
Good idea.
That's what we love to do. I pay for my iPhone with Apple stock.
Also, Mitchell
And
in
the
our
Apple Card.
comments, Mitchell Ian says, "Hey, buy the dips." Like Onan, that we talked about Onan, we had the same exact issue with Onan. Love the social traction. We see the company exploded, but it seems like they were hot, hot, hot on the IPO. Now they're down 23%. I would
Yep.
love nothing more than to see this company cool down over the next few weeks and come down off that crazy overheated IPO price of 12 billion.
Yeah.
And that's what would cause me to snatch up more. And I normally don't trade price, but on IPOs you have to, because
And if you're
things
watching
just
at
get out of
home,
control.
$19 is the high end of their range. They could come out anywhere from like 17, 18, or $19. That's kind of what is expected, what they've announced. And where it goes from there is where if it goes way up, I'm not going to buy in. But if it's still around $19, I might buy some and then watch it and maybe get in heavier later. I
Yeah,
see
and
people are asking where I am right now. I am in a hotel in Burlington, Vermont. I'm looking at the fall foliage. It's starting to turn yellow behind me. So we'll be doing Dumb Money Lives from the road, this week and next.
awesome. Hey guys, if you haven't liked this episode, please give us a thumbs up. I'm gonna do it right now, and like I said, we'll be back. What, later this week or next week? One or the other, Dave.
We'll be back this week, I think.
Awesome.